Welcome to High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Production. Now, here's tonight's game.
You know, we were talking about it a few minutes ago. We're down here with our referees, umpires for the game, and I think you saw. What did you tell the coaches just a few minutes ago before we started?
It's just a small contest.
Just a small contest, as they say, another game on the schedule, right?
That's exactly right.
And by the way, people, if you believe that, we've got some beautiful land in the swamps of Louisiana for you, ready for the taking, right?
There you go. There you go.
Well, let me ask you this. What's it feel like when you're going to call a game and you know it's a big rivalry game and all that kind of good stuff? Tell me about it a little bit.
I mean, you know, it's always, you're always a little nervous, but, you know, it's one of these things where we just kind of take it one game at a time. You know?
You still get some of those butterflies when you were a player. You still they still come back. You got the band back here. You got the smell of the grass. You got everything, and it brings back a lot of those memories. It brings back some of those same feelings, and that's what I love so much about it.
And what I love about the officials in this part of the country is it's taken as serious as it gets. This isn't playtime; it's work time, right?
Oh yeah, we
getting
work.
it right.
We work. Nice to do that. That's exactly right.
All right, guys. Well, from Scenic and from the first shot of the gut cam tonight, powered by Waffle.
Turner Vincent and Jordan Carter. For the Dothan Tigers, Latrell Lee, Josh Biggums, Ladarius Wimbish, and Chris Cooper.
What's up, man? Let's go. Let's go. All right, listen, guys. My name's Pierce. I'll be your referee tonight. This is Mr. Morgan. He'll be your umpire. You guys are captains because you show leadership. Anybody gets out of hand on the field, I want you to set them down, okay? Y'all can't set them down. We have to, and we don't want to do that. We're going to play you white tonight because that's the color of your jersey. We'll play you red tonight because that's the color of your jersey. When we ask for a red or a white captain, one of you step up. We'll give you the choices. Then we'll go from there. All right, these guys are the visitors tonight, so we're going to let them call the coin toss. We're going to ask them to call. Before I flip the coin, if I drop it, we'll flip it again. What's your choice tonight?
Heads.
What do you say his choice was?
Heads.
Everybody heard that? It's heads, okay? And it is a heads. See that? It's a heads. You won the toss. What do you want to do?
Defer.
Northview won the toss. We'll defer their choice for the second half.
All right, guys, you heard that Northview wins the toss and defers the second half. I got to tell you something. You'd enjoy that one. It's all about stare downs in there. If I didn't know better, guys, I thought we were just about to start a MMA fight or a UFC. Now, I don't mean it in a negative sense. I mean in competition. Quarterbacks staring down, guys kind of deferring whether they wanted to shake hands. And they were trying to, basically nobody was blinking. Each side picked a man out, all four of them on each side, looked at each other and never blinked. I was surprised when they asked them if they were going to talk, if they were going to move their lips, guys. But that just tells you what you're about to have. Two teams, they're fired up. They're both confident. They both think they can win. But you know what? That's the kind of football you want in South Alabama, and especially in Dothan High Northview rivalry. And here we go, guys.
Yeah, Jimbo, good. And welcome to Ripley Stadium as we get ready to kick off. Coach, this is the 35th meeting between these two teams.
My God, that's a long time.
That's right. It's 36, Coach. Remember, you were 8 when you coached in your first one.
Exactly. What were you, 4? You played in the first one.
Hey, I was just half the size I am now, Coach.
Yeah, you were not an offensive lineman at that time. You were a defensive back.
Yeah, Dothan leads this rivalry by they have won it 19 times to 16 for Northview. Dothan has won the last 4 games, winning last year's contest 35-13. Northview's last win came in 2008 when they defeated the Tigers in overtime 17-14. So this should be an exciting game. Both teams are fired up and ready to play, Coach.
I'm excited about it too. It's got a great crowd out here tonight, and looks like Dothan High's got some fancy uniforms. I've never seen them wear that before. They might have last year, but I don't remember their uniform. Northview looks sharp in their white and cardinal pants, and we've got like I said before, a tremendous crowd. It's just really great. And people are just piling in here. I had a hard time getting a parking place, which I was proud of. It looks like the last time when I was coaching a long time ago, we lost 4 in a row and they were going for 5, and it was it's just hard sometimes to, once one team gets the momentum, it's hard to turn it. And we turned it that night in 4 overtime. So Northview has a big challenge ahead of them. Something happens with momentum when you start winning this series.
It definitely should be a good series, Coach. I can remember interviewing you at the very first game played here between Northview and Dothan.
How about that? Yeah, it was an exciting time. I remember I was really sick. I couldn't even hardly stand up. I was so nervous. Wanted to win so bad. But I knew all the players on the other side, so it was really tough to coach against them, too. So I never really Dothan Northview was a great rival, but it was just always tough to coach in this game.
Dothan will be receiving the kick as we get ready to start this game. It should be pretty exciting. A good crowd on hand tonight.
Absolutely. Good kickoff.
And Dothan takes the return. That's number 4, Connor Egerton, and he's run out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So Dothan will be starting on their own 37.
Stephon Hawkins made the play, and kickoff, obviously, number 30 is Zach Shire, one of the captains. And he's been Zach is a senior, and he's been a kicker for 3 or 4 years. I think he started as a 9th grader, if I'm not mistaken.
So quarterbacking for the Tigers is number 7, Karan Williams.
Really good week last week. Then it's hurry up offense, and
he hands the ball off, and a good first down run.
2 tight ends, just a hand sweep to the outside, and hurried up again. They're going. Northview better get lined up, and they got to go, because that's when Dothan was most effective last week, when they were lining up in a hurry, and what I call the hurry up. 2 split ends, full set of backs this time.
And Jimbo, you're going to have to help us with the numbers, because of these numbers are gray on red. They're very difficult for us to see up here.
I'm with you guys. I'll do what I can for you.
And we have a penalty. I don't know, Coach, if you can see them a little better than I can.
I couldn't tell what it was. I was looking at the wide receiver for Dothan High wide open down the sideline, and that was my first thought.
And the penalty is against the Tigers, and it will move them back 5 yards, so the ball will be spotted just shy of the 40-yard line. So we'll bring up 2nd and about 8 for the Tigers. A quick out to Jack Stansel. Stansel gets across the 45 down to about the 50, enough for a Dothan first down. And a flag.
Quick screen out to Stanfield was a really good pass, and they had a little skirmish there on the 35-yard line, and Dothan and the referees picked it up.
Tackle made by Jim.
It's going to be a personal foul against Dothan High. Not necessarily bring it back. It might be a dead ball foul, but they can't have this kind of stuff going on. I don't like all this, and I don't want to see it. I hope they stop it real quick.
Yeah, there was, and I'm not going to say who. I just say when they were even the captains out there, there was a couple of them that looked away, so to speak, wouldn't shake hands. And look, they're 15 to 18, but they are young men, and I think they'll get this out after a couple of good licks, and they'll get straight, Coach. I hope.
Referees need to shut it down. The coaches too. That's going to cost Dothan High right here, unless they saw something I didn't see. But I saw the Dothan High have a personal foul there. They might call it on both teams. I don't know what they're going to do. But they're out here to play football and be gentlemen and play as hard as they can.
Personal foul on the offense. Penalty is 15 yards.
Yeah,
first down.
Yeah, that hurt Dothan High a lot right there, bringing it back. They had a good play there, and the penalties will really kill you, and that's all discipline right there. And Coach White's very discipline-oriented, so I'm sure he'll say something. Two receivers to each side, 1 back set, hurry up offense again.
That was a post-possession play, and it's complete to Stansel down the middle, down to about the 30-yard line.
And guys, you can add a couple of, you're going to add some yards on the end. It was an inadvertent, but one of the DBs got a little piece of the face mask rubbed across it, and that's what that add-on is going to be, guys.
No, going to come back, Jim Loki. We got to hold it. I saw him hold the defensive tackle there.
Okay, all right.
Offensive tackle for Dothan High.
Well, let's see.
It's going to be offsetting penalties, and both come back. And all the plays going to just come back. Unless that was a dead ball foul. I can't remember if it is a dead ball on face mask. That was definitely a hold. Left tackle for Dothan High grabbed really tackled the defensive lineman for Northview. I saw it.
It was 2 penalties, so they were offsetting, so they're going to replay first down.
Hurry up offense again. That was definitely a penalty. Both of them were penalties. They called exactly what they should have called.
So the ball is at the 41-yard line.
2 back set, 3 split ends. First down.
Man in motion. A screen pass attempted for number 19, Tyson Williams, and it's incomplete.
Did a good job of coverage there, number 60. 69, Tay Stevenson did a good job there of covering that play up.
So to bring up 2nd and 9.
Fred again, hurry up offense. Just an option play straight up the middle.
A good run that time. That was Tyson Williams.
Picked up about 8, wasn't it? Yep. So
yeah, good run by Williams. So to bring up 3rd and 5.
Still hurry up offense again. All 4 wide receivers. That was just a straight option play then, the last play.
So it's only a couple of yards to go. 3rd and about 2. Williams takes a snap and finds an open receiver, and is complete down at the 42-yard line.
Just a sprint out pass, deep curl, about a 12-yard curl. Beautiful pass and catch.
That was Brandon Helms with the reception. So we'll bring up a first down for the Tigers. The ball at the 41-yard line, and we have a timeout for time to shoot. So, Jimbo, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, I think we know as they're about to run this play that they came out here with a lot of fire. Tigers maybe a little too much and just a little bit off their game, and there you go. Not that was it, but Tigers moved the ball effectively. They just hurt themselves being a little overzealous, as we've mentioned early in the process. But let's see as they settle down. I think these first 2 series will tell us a lot, and we'll just, as always, we'll go from there, guys. But otherwise, a lot of electricity down here on the sidelines.
I'm really excited. They're just a fumble snap, 2nd and long.
Williams gets away. He's going down the sideline, and he makes something out of nothing. He picks up about, moves the ball down close to a first down.
Just ran an option to the right, and he reversed the field. Northview had him stopped there and arm tackled him, and he got by. You can't arm tackle this kind of ball game. A lot of effort by the quarterback to get loose, go down the sideline.
So it brings up 3rd and 5. The ball at the 35-yard line of Northview.
Hurry up again. All 4 receivers, 4 wide receivers. Just a straight option play, and he decides to give it.
Nothing there.
Be an interesting decision here, guys, because, of course, we know Dothan has an excellent kicker. That would still be a long kick this early in the ball game in the 50-yard range. I think he's got that range, but do you do it? What do you think, Coach? I think he's going to go for it.
I'd go for it, too, where he is now.
Yep.
Tyler Danzy made that last play, number 94. Anyway, back to the white 4 receivers. Sprint out to the right.
Egerton wide open for the touchdown.
Guys, unbelievable. I'm right down here on it, and quite frankly, it was what you would have to say you call a blown coverage. Rolled off to the wrong guy, and there's no question. He was wide open. I almost could have tackled him.
Connor Eagleton caught the ball. They ran a wheel route. One guy does a curl, other guy does a switch and does down the sideline, and Northview had a mix-up with their coverage, and sometimes that's easy to do when you're excited and nervous, but anyway, that was a big play. Connor Eagleton made the play. Great pass and catch. Karan Williams.
Yeah.
Just great to be able to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, when I say that, don't take anything. Dothan executed the play just like you want to do it. Good composure in the backfield. One thing I'll mention about running back, if you remember from last week, gang, Dothan High's initial starting running back, Isaiah Long, was banged up, so he's not played. A little ankle injury there. So Pimentel goes through to make it 7-0, guys. First blood drawn by the Tigers.
Yep. That was a great series by Dothan High. They overcame a great deal. They overcame a personal foul penalty. They overcame a holding penalty. And then they just did a great, 4th and about 4. So they did a great job of overcoming some obstacles to get down and score. So I think Northview's a little overzealous right now. It looks like their nervousness has kind of cost them that series. They kind of got to settle down and just play good fundamentals.
So it brings the Northview gives up the touchdown on a 37-yard pass from 35-yard pass from Williams to Eggleton. And with 8:31 left in the first, Dothan goes up by a score of 7-0. So we'll see what Northview can do on that first possession.
Hey, let me mention something, guys. Now, you got to go to this, too. Dothan High's got a 4-year streak running, and Coach will tell you that does make a difference sometimes. You got to get that win to somewhere build some of that confidence back. So when you've played and you beat a team every year, you feel pretty darn good coming in. So if you're Northview, you got a little extra to overcome in this game, but they're up for the challenge.
Reynolds and Ford back deep.
Good kickoff.
Yeah, it goes into the end zone.
That's Lewis Pimentel. He's just a tremendous kicker and a beautiful kick in the end zone. In high school, if you kick in the end zone, you can't run it back, and so he gives you a lot of momentum the way he kicks the ball.
So the ball will be on the 20.
Alabama's not kicking in the end zone anymore. They're kicking it real high, trying to get them pinned. I noticed that last week watching them in the game. Saban's took a different approach from his kickoff team. He's not trying to kick it deep, trying to kick it real high. And anyway, here the Dothan out hurry up offense for Dothan Northview too, and of course you got it. Swackert at the helm.
And he gives it to that was Turner Benson, and nothing there. He may have lost a couple of yards on the play.
I don't know what it looked like.
And we got some laundry on this side. I'm on the Northview side, gang, and we got a laundry. I think it's an offsides, but let's see. Although he's looking like it may be a motion, but I thought it was offside.
Face mask.
Okay.
Against Dothan.
And I can tell you this, y'all saw from the tackle, it was definitely an unnecessary face mask.
Face mask, 5 yards. Against the defense. Repeat first down.
So, to move the ball up, well.
4 receivers out, hurry up offense, same as Dothan High. It looks real similar, matter of fact.
And Swiker keeps the ball, and he's met by a couple of Dothan defenders and loses helmet.
They did a good job. That was an option play. Really kind of more like a bootleg play, but they run the option a different way. You can read the onside, and if the backside end doesn't close, you pull it, or you can read it and go down the line. And he came to the backside, so it's just a backside option, I call it. But anyway, it's you got 4 wide receivers again, 1 back set, 2nd and 8.
All right, pay attention, guys. New running back in for the Cougars. So we're going to run with a 2-back set. Let's see what we come out with here.
Yeah, 2-back set now, excuse me.
And they had to bring a new quarterback in because Swiker's helmet came off. And it's a handoff to number 2, Jalen Thomason, and he picks up some good needed yardage. So we'll see if Swiker comes back in. Anytime your helmet come off, you have to go out for at least 1 play.
Yeah.
But they leave Chase White in.
We've got a 3rd and about 1. Yeah, Chase White's good backup quarterback. He wouldn't consider him a backup as much as he's been preparing.
All right.
And that's going to be close. Thomas taking the handoff.
I think he got it. It looks like from here he got it. That's just a power play, a lead play inside, and I believe he got it.
Yeah, it should be enough for a first down.
And to give them the signal, guys, and because as us being neutral, you and I both, we attended both schools and did work at both of them. So there we go. I'll just tell you, Northview needs a couple of first downs and needs something good to happen, just so they can go ahead and make this game kind of
I want to be
the contest that we're all expecting it to be.
Absolutely. I don't want it to be a runaway either side.
Right.
Northview sets up.
Yeah, three split ends, 2-back set, cross in action, and Dothan High right there with it. Looks like Dothan High's defensive line is kind of dominating the first early series of the game, and offensive line is supposed to be the strength for Northview. Offensive line, you got Bryce Sadler and Matt Stefan, Victor Neves. I'll give you the rest of them when I get all the numbers.
Schweikert's back in at quarterback. In the backfield with him is number 2, Jalen Thomas.
Got a second and long. Hurry up offense.
Schweikert drops back. And he finds Reynolds, and not much there. Dothan was ready for that play.
Howard Russell, one of the other offensive linemen, number 78's in there.
That was a loss of a couple of more yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 14. So let's see what the official have to
The
say.
sideline warning against Dothan High. Heat timeout.
Okay, we have timeout on the field with 5:21 left in the first, and the score is the Dothan Tigers 7, the Northview Cougars nothing. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Good evening.
And I got to come here. Come.
Okay, we're back in action, and
Real quick, guys. I'm over with the Northview cheerleaders. I know it's nothing. Are you guys worried at all? No. And who's in this one, gang? All right, you heard it right here, guys. Back to the field. If it was the cheerleaders playing, North up 14-0. But I hadn't talked to the Dothan cheerleaders. They're just as powerful.
Four back, 17 in motion.
Schweikert goes long. Wow, and it's incomplete.
Yeah.
It was intended for Billy Ford, and so it brings up 4th down for the Cougars.
That was just a straight fly pass. Got him 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right, and isolated him. And they double covered him out there. They kind of looking for that and double covered him. And punting formation, and Northview's first punt of the night.
And Dothan wants a timeout. Coach, let's kind of, well, we have a minute here. Let's kind of talk about your experience with some of the games in the past.
Okay.
I know you've been here quite a few times.
Well, it's I reckon the most memorable was the first one. We won the game with beating Northview. Like I said, Dothan and Northview means a lot to me, both schools, so it was really hard. But we threw Mike Durden threw a pass with 1 minute and 14 seconds left in the game to beat Dothan High the first time, and that was a big win for Northview. And that was really one of the most memorable wins because it was the first one, but it was really one of the hardest I had to go through because when I got through the game, the Dothan High players were crying, and had Paul Lee, for example, and Greg Lane, and Paul Ammons, the quarterback, and there was a bunch of them that I was really close to. So it was really hard it was fun to win, but hard to go through it because there was so many great guys on the other side. And so that was my most memorable probably game.
Yeah, Northview won that game 10-7.
Touchdown pass with 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the game.
And that game took place September 29th, 1978.
Threw it on the north side down here. Mike Henry caught the pass. Mike Durden threw it.
And Dothan gets the return. That's number 4, Connor Egerton.
Yeah, boy, guys, he's got, and I'm down here at field level. I can tell you, we saw it last week. Connor's got some nice and some good moves in there. He's a good return man, and he's just that size that makes it hard to tackle, guys. If you don't hit him head on and straight on, he's going to break loose, or he's going to leave some of your garments on the field.
Right. He started off last week. He had a great game last week. Defensive end, we got Carter Jordan and Tyler Danzy, and trying to get all these numbers here, the ones that Jake Hutto.
Williams drops back. And it's caught. It looked like it was going to be intercepted, but it was caught by the Tigers and taken down to the 15-yard line.
Hey, guys, absolutely. I was about three yards from it. It looked like an automatic interception. Hey, but you know what? Great concentration by Connor Eggleston to do that. And here we go. It's going to be time for the Tigers trying to go ahead and look for another knockout, an early knockdown punch. And obviously the Cougars are at all possibility.
And it's completed over to Stancil. And he's got some running room, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 5. They're going to mark it at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, he's a great receiver. That's just a quick pass to him, and I tell you what, he's an outstanding receiver. That quarterback for Dothan High has really, really improved. He improved last week as the game went on, I thought. And Northview, like I said, has got to settle down. They've got their backs to the wall, and the defense has got to settle down and play.
So, Jimbo, have they brought Bulldozer in? I can't. Like I said, these numbers are very hard to see from up here.
Let me tell you what looks like in the back. Yeah, they got him in there. And they got a whole crew in there. They had what you and I would refer to as the jumbo package, which is also affectionately referred to as a bunch of guys you don't want to feed after the game.
You don't want to tell them you're going to treat them to Waffle House, huh?
Hey, no, I got to go to one of those dollar menus to feed those guys, and I better have plenty of dollars.
Okay, we have a break in the action. 4:33 left in the first quarter, and the score is 7-0 Dothan over Northview. So it will be first and goal. The ball at the 4-yard line of Northview.
And like y'all said, the jumbo package, and man on man there with really an I formation is basically what it is with all the backs.
And it goes to the quarterback, and he goes in for the touchdown, a 4-yard run by the quarterback, Williams.
Just ran a sweep to the right and basically lined up in a jumbo set, and the backs went to the left, and he ran to the right and pushed himself in. It was a great job of pushing himself in the end zone. Makes it 13. And this is pretty much automatic with your kicker. Pimentel Lewis is a great kicker, a senior. He's pretty steady, so it'll be tough not to get a point out of this.
Well, of course, they got to put – well, there he is. Okay, I was looking for him.
That was number 14. Who scored that? Was it
quarterback? Quarterback ran a sweep.
Yeah, it was. I thought that's what I had. Okay, and the extra point is up. And it's
pretty
good.
much like I said, automatic. 14 down early in the ball game, and maybe Northview can settle down and get something going here.
Yeah, Northview's going to have to come out and do something this drive. They cannot afford to let Dothan score every time they touch the ball. So they've got to regroup. Plenty of time left in this game. 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter, and they still just got to get it together. So Dothan puts together a 44-yard touchdown drive.
I think deep we got Thomas and who? Back there back deep.
Thomas and Ford are deep. And the ball goes into the end zone. Touchback.
That was Reynolds, number 7, excuse me, and Ford, number 4, was back deep. Goes in the end zone. Obviously, we said it before. It's when it kicks in the end zone, it's a automatic touchback. So Northview needs to set on offense. That coming out with Ford and Reynolds and Schweikert at quarterback. Zach Shire played some. Vincent Turner played some offensive line. You got Stefan, Austin Spann, Victor Neves, Powell Russell, and Ben Dowd.
So Northview has the ball on their own 20-yard line.
5 receivers to both sides. Option play.
Quarterback keeps it, and there's nothing there.
Did a good job then of covering it. So it's just an option, that's the dive option where he reads it and comes down the line. And Dothan High had men sitting there and did a real good job of covering it.
Coach, you've been in these situations before. If you're Coach Stewart, I'm not asking you to coach for him, but you're sitting up here looking. How do you respond right now? You've hadn't had a whole lot of success. You seem to be getting maybe pushed a little bit. How do you respond right now, Coach?
Well, what you got to do is just keep them settled down and try to find something that would work. See, looks like to me they're a little shook. They've got them on the back of the heels, and and they've just got to settle down, and somebody's got to make a play.
Yeah.
They've got to find a way to to use their players, make a play. In other words, not make a great play, but just have a consistent play with something that works.
Yeah, because I can tell you I'm over back on the Dothan High sideline, and there's a lot of confidence right now. Not overconfidence, confidence. And as a group of them said, hey, we're just getting started, guys. That's kind of the feeling here. So
I'm sure.
let's see how it unfolds.
4 wide, and you could tell by that pass pattern it really wasn't he got hit as he threw it. So who was that number? I can't tell who it is. Number 30?
I think it was number 30.
Kristen Holland, defensive lineman, looks like hit the quarterback as he was throwing his swiker. He was throwing it. So you just got to settle down. They look like they're all out of tune. You got the emotion of the game, number one, that just fires you up, and then all of a sudden the emotion is turned to negative emotion. So you've got to settle them down and just play your football and don't worry about what Dothan High is doing.
Right, and they bobble the snap, and Dothan will get the ball on the 5-yard line.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just snowballing on them. Sometimes, believe it or not, you can get too excited for a ball game. I never did like all that looking at each other and all that kind of stuff and running your mouth. You remember, Jimbo, I didn't let y'all talk to the press or nothing. I didn't like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, hey, Coach, you didn't have to tell me that. There wasn't any looking for me, but there were some guys on the team that they were looking for. For a little bit, I felt like what's Rod and Jerry Maguire when the press wouldn't talk to him earlier, something like that.
Yeah. I didn't like all that jawing each other because I wanted you to play football and not. Sometimes what I'm saying, you get too emotional into the game. That's
right.
So Dothan start on the 6-yard line. They hand it off to Dozier, and he takes it down inside the 5, down to about the
tackle number
3.
42. Jezreel Black made the play. I can't see the numbers from here.
Yeah, the numbers are great. They give it to Dozier. He walks into the end zone from about 4 yards out.
Yeah, guys, one of the things that we're going to see here is I think you go back like Coach. We've seen a lot of teams. I think we were both at a game in Tuscaloosa one time, Coach. Alabama was up 24-0 on Auburn. The key was I never saw one player on the Auburn sideline ever look nervous or ever look down. It was just, hey, you know what? You can't score 21 in one possession, but you can score 7 in a possession. Sure. So let's get that, then we go to the next.
Well, I always looked at it this way too, Jimbo. You're the 21 down, but that's just 3 plays. 3 plays, you're right back in the game. And
extra point is good.
That's how you do it, and you take one at a time. You can't run all 3 at one time like you just said. You go one at a time and make that play happen.
Well, Coach, on a play like that, that's a gimme. If you give me the ball at the 6-yard line, that's almost an automatic. So Northview's just got to regain that composure and get some first downs. Get some first down and move the ball down the field and try to get something positive. Make something positive happen. Don't try to do it all at one time. You got over 3 quarters left in this game.
I thought they kind of panicked a little bit. I think they've kind of got out of sync. But, they're high school players. So you've got to settle down. And this was going on to me, I always try to take as much time as I could and try to get to halftime so I could settle them down. But there's a long way before halftime here. We got a quarter and a half to go.
Yeah, we have 3 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the first. Dothan has scored 2 touchdowns in less than 1 minute. They scored with 4:27 left on a run by Williams, and they score again after a bad snap by Northview with 3:13 left.
I'm just going to tell you, I don't know if he'll get a chance to return it. Well, we'll see. I'll be quiet.
Chance to go. He's got a chance to go.
A good return from number 7 for Northview.
Darrell Reynolds going about the 38-yard line, and that gives them a little better field position. And now they just need to kind of peck away. They don't need to panic. Just peck away.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Coach. One thing Northview would do, which would pay dividends on both sides, if that was going to happen, they would. I know they'd like to see a sustained drive of some nature because. You get run on that heavy in the first quarter as a defense, it takes a lot out of you. And again, I know they'll take whatever they can take, but at the same time, I think that'd be what they prefer to do is see something get established and get a little tack on here. So they'll have great field position past midfield.
Personal foul.
A personal foul against Dothan High, and must have knocked them out of bounds a little late over there.
So they will be starting on the Dothan side of the field.
Dothan, on the Dothan 48. So, you got a chance to do something now. Just they got it. They're in the 3-back set now, and let's see if they shift anything with 2 split ends. And see what they came out with a little different look. Got a man in motion to the weak side. And good hit there.
That was a run by number 23, Elijah Rojas.
Good. That was a good 2 or 3 yards. Though. It didn't get that much, but it looked good. That was a positive thing there. And that gives you a start. Now you got 8 more to go. You get a first down. You got 88 at wide receiver coming our way.
And it's a play at a time. They've just got to.
Dan Dowd is coming out here.
Pick up a few yards on each play, coach, and
right.
try to get back in this game.
1-back set. I thought that was a really good start to the first play, even though it didn't look like it. Option play. Great run there.
That was Turner Vincent with the carry, and he moves the ball inside the 40 down to about the 38.
Almost a first down. Good 7.5-yard run. Now we got a 3rd and short. They're using their offensive line, which is supposedly the strength of Northview's team, just coming right at them, and that's not a bad idea. Got a 2 wide on each side.
Turner Vincent.
First down, I believe.
Second effort may have given him the first down. It's going to be close.
I believe he got it, according to the mark of his left foot, whether he used the left or the right foot.
They're going to say he was short, so it's 4th down, so you have to go for it.
Instead of his left foot.
Yeah, there's not a question on that, guys. You got to do that.
Yeah. Well, that really Ben Swickert that's an option play, the last play, and he just took a chance and just gave it to him, thinking he'd get a half a yard, but he probably should have pulled it himself and turned it up. I think if he watches the film, he'll see that. And just go ahead and dive and get the first down. They might come back with the same play.
So 1:42 left in the first, and Dothan's lead Northview 21-0.
Big play here. This is probably.
So it's 4th and short for Northview. They need about a yard.
Got the big heavy set guys in there. They got the 2-back set. We got the heavy guys. Got a couple of defensive linemen in there. They brought in Jeremiah Reeves and 2-back set.
And Vincent takes it, and he gets the first down
and
more. And he gets down to the 21-yard line. So a good run that time by Turner Vincent.
And that might be the thing to do, is get in 2 tight ends and come right at them. They got the big offensive lineman and quit trying to finesse so much. That might be the best thing to do. But anyway, beautiful blocking. Big offensive line up front all came off the ball, and great play.
So
Bryce Sadler, I think, made a key block there.
1st and 10, the ball at the 21-yard line. And a passing is complete over to number 24, Malik Minifield.
Just a quick post by Swickert, a good play there. And he picked up about 7 yards. And Malik Minifield, he's a senior. Back to 4 wide. Option play. Swickert keeps it. Turns it up. Got knocked out of bounds on about the 7. Good job of reading it then. Good job of turning the play and getting what you could.
And it's a first down. And a flag. I think they're going to call a late hit on Dothan.
I'll tell you what, if they get close to that sideline and you push them out, they're going to give you a penalty, it looks like.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense.
I was awfully close, even though I thought, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, hey guys, again, the call's a call. They're a little closer than I am, but I think that was very borderline. But you know what? That's a lot of the activity early. They probably don't want it to get too far out of the realm.
That's probably a good thing.
So Dothan wants a timeout. Jimbo, what do you have for
Brandon, if you can cut over to your left down here, let's see. All right, gang. All right, group. Hey, huddle up for a second. How about right here? We're going to look up at the camera. Push this way and we'll look up at the camera. How about that? All right, you with me? All right, gang, I was over a minute ago and I was talking to Northview cheerleaders and they were feeling good, but they weren't up 21-0. How are you feeling right now? All right, I don't see any lack of spirit over here. You fired up?
Yes!
All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask you. I think I know the answer. Who you guys think is going to win this one tonight? All right, gang, you heard it right there. Another set of experts. They're all over Dothan High. Let's go.
Okay, thanks, Jimbo. Yeah, Northview is in excellent position now to they're inside the 10-yard line, and they have first and goal. So they've got to take advantage of this field position, Coach.
Absolutely. I don't know what they're doing right now. I'd probably get back in that heavy set and just try to pound it in from the 2.5. And they're going a little wide, though, a little bit different than that's okay. But the heavy set a minute ago gave them a big gain. They're heavy up front, I reckon, whatever you call it. They got some big old linemen up front.
Yeah, hey, Coach, there's a lot of beef on both sides out there. So, but you've, like I said, seen this is a good response to being hit pretty hard in the mouth early. So let's see what happens. 3 downs, 4 downs, make it happen.
So this is a big play for the Cougars. And it's a handoff, and it's going to be short of the goal line.
He's going to get forward progress to about the 2 up there, Mitt.
That was number 23.
That was just a dive option there, and looks like he's got his heavy set back in there, and that's what he did earlier. And he attacked the weak side then. It's really 2 tight ends what it is with 3 backs. And, 4 counting the quarterback, obviously, but he's got more linemen. He's got extra linemen, unbalanced line, looks like.
Second and goal. The handoff, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown. And that was Turner Vincent, guys, a senior. And I'll tell you what, he's one of those journeymen. He's been on this team all 4 years. Good ball player, and as we all know, it means a lot to a senior. So, guys, we're starting to nibble back. We're going to make this a good game. 28 points, 27. Don't let me jump to it in the first quarter. 27 with the 28th pending, guys.
And
well, good kicker here Northview's got, too. He was the captain tonight, and Zach Shire, he's been a kicker for a while. He's pretty much automatic, too. Got 2 great kickers here, 2 senior kickers. Well, Zach's, both of them are senior. So I'm glad to see that. Now, Northview did exactly what they had to do. They made the plays when they had to and brought it down the field. And now they need to hold Dothan High and take another one down, then get right back in the ball game.
And one thing that really helped Northview on that, they started on the Dothan 47-yard line.
Right.
So
that was personal foul by Dothan High. Dothan High's given them. Well, they had really 2 penalties there. One of them down on about the 8 when Swiker got hit, and one on the kickoff, and that gave them extra yardage. Dothan High is a little bit zealous, but I thought the last personal foul probably shouldn't have been called. But anyway, it was called, but it wasn't a 2 or 3 yard difference.
So we get ready for the kickoff, and Northview gets their first points on the board with 23 seconds left in the first. It's a 21-7 Dothan lead.
Like we said, now, Jimbo, it's down to 2 plays instead of 3.
Well, it's like you said. Hey, if you're going to see something happen, if you're Northview, boy, that was, you hate to call it that early in the game, but that needed to happen. A 3 and out there. Dothan stayed on the track they're taking on. That'd be tough. 28 points in the first quarter. But, hey, you know what? It is 28, but it's 21-7. Good ball game. Let's keep happening.
A lot of time left. The ball goes out of bounds.
Almost didn't. Almost got the ball before it went out of bounds. Almost was a great play by Northview. That was kind of what I used to call a pooch kick. To get the ball on the 35, unless Dothan High touched it. And I think they did, so they'll get on the 29. No, they didn't. They gave them 35, but I thought Dothan High touched it. But anyway, I wasn't down there.
Yeah, they're going to take the ball, move it 5. By the way, I'm on the Dothan High side right now, guys, and Coach was coaching him up there. He told him, he said, you got to get over to the ball. You can't wait around to the receiving team.
That's right.
So there you go. So no lack of that there.
That was a good kick there, good pooch kick. That's a good way to come out and keep it away from your speed. Northview's back on defense, and, you know, they've got a big defensive lineman, Carter Jordan and Tyler Danzy.
A handoff. Boy, and he's got some running room. That is number 16 for Dothan. That is Destin Gaskin.
Guys, hey, and guys, just to think, I know they're not calling who's first down, first team, etc. But remember, this running back, he didn't start last week. Does that tell you a little something about depth?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That was Gaskin, right, Jimbo?
Number 19.
Oh, that was 19.
Absolutely.
That was Tyson Williams.
Yes,
okay.
and I tell you what, he sure made a nice move to the outside and put on the afterburners, and you see where we are now.
So Dothan comes right back. Quarterback keeps it. And Williams is going to take it inside the 10, down to about the 8.
Just an option play he pulled. It doesn't look like we have anybody on the quarterback. I don't know what happened there on the defensive side. Didn't have anybody there waiting on him.
So we've come to the end of the first, and the score is the Dothan Tigers 21, the Northview Cougars 7. We'll be back with second quarter action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Getting ready to start the second quarter. Dothan's up 21-7. I'm Mick Kirkland along with Coach Aaron Wayne Parrish and Jimbo Lofton on the sideline, bringing you all of the action.
Got a big lineman up front. You got Harrison and Rivers. Taste, looks like Taste, Bryce Sadler.
So it'll be second and goal.
Gordon Carter and Tyler Danzy. Ought to be second and long.
Second and goal on the 8.
Got a high formation with 3 receivers, no tight end.
They hand it off to the big man Dozier, and he takes it down near the 5.
That's right, Bulldozer. You know, they did a pretty nice job of slowing him down, but he's still got plenty of treads on, guys.
Good job by the defensive line then. Jordan Carter and Tyler Danzy. And Big Sadler, I think, is in the middle. Did a good job of stopping him.
That was a gain of 2. The ball on the 6-yard line. Quick pass out to Stansel, and it's complete, but only a gain of about a yard.
Make it 4th and about 5, I believe. It was 3rd and 5, excuse me.
3rd and goal from the 5.
Good tackle then by the defensive backs on the outside. And got Maurice Llewellyn and Anthony Williams.
This is a big play for the Cougars. They give it to Dozier. He's hit in the backfield, but he keeps going and moves the ball inside the 5 down to the 3.
Mitt, you know, I apologize for talking over you, but I'll tell you, that's the way you originally want a guy that size going laterally. But let me tell you, he couldn't bring him down hardly laterally as well. You know, he's a north-south guy. But anyway, here we go. It's going to be, 3rd and goal from the 3, guys.
I think they're going to go for it, looks like here.
And Northview wants a timeout with 10:49 left in the second quarter. And it's a 21-7 Dothan lead. So it's 3rd and goal. The ball at about the 3.5-yard line.
The defensive line in there, and Zach.
And the quarterback keeps it, and he's hit at the goal line.
Did a good job of playing defense there. We had number 42 as initial stop there, Jarrell Black. And let's see what Dothan High is going to make a decision on. Are they going to go for it or are they going to kick it?
That was number 14, Biggums. I'm sorry.
They got an automatic kicker, but looks like they're going to go for it.
So, yeah, they brought Biggums in, and he's taking the direct snap. And he takes it in, goes into the end zone from about 2 yards out.
Quarterback dive, all it wants to the outside. He couldn't make the play quick enough. It's a 28-7.
Was that, Jimbo, that was number 14, correct? Biggums?
Yes.
Okay.
Senior defensive back, they got him on what they call the wildcat.
And that was all set up by that long run by the Tigers.
Automatic 28-7. Big series for Dothan High there. They got the momentum right back.
So Dothan goes ahead 28-7 with 10:10 left in the first half. Dothan prepares for the kickoff after the touchdown. Bigham takes it in from a couple of yards out. That was a 65-yard drive by the Tigers.
Kick off by Pimentel. He's kicking it and back out of the end zone again. No run back. Big series now. Get the ball on the 35, win on the 20, and moving forward.
So Northview with pretty good starting field position. You know, well, they start at the 20. They start at the 20. And they have 80 yards to go. And it's just, you have to just methodically move the ball down the field and try to get one first down at a time. And that's what they've got to try to do. Swarkett hands it off. It's over to number 23, Elijah Rojas.
Picked up 3 or 4 yards.
Rojas carries for the Cougars. Tackle was made by Brandy and Freeman. Second down 5.
So to bring up 2nd and 5, a good first down play, a gain of 5. .36 left in the first half. The Cougars trailing the Tigers 28-7.
2 split ends both sides. Quick pass. Good block out there by the wide receiver. Good job moving the ball. Good job offensively keeping the ball in play. Just a quick screen.
That was Benjamin Dowd on the reception.
Senior wide receiver, I believe. I believe he's a senior. The junior, excuse me. And then coming back. Two receivers each side. That's what they need to do. Don't get nervous. Just keep on moving the football. Best way to keep Dothan off the field is be on the field.
Ball on the 41-yard line, and we're going to have motion on Northview.
Had a
dead ball foul.
Right offensive tackle got a little excited. That's
For the
going to put
play,
him
false start against the offense.
2nd and 15.
First down.
Putting Powell, Big Powell, number 78, goes in the ball game. Russell Powell, senior right tackle.
So it brings up 1st and 15 for the Cougars. The ball on the 35-yard line.
Wide receivers to both sides. Taking a speed sweep, coming down with option. No pitch.
And that time, nowhere to go for number 88.
Ben Dowd came out. They're running that option. The wide receivers are for Dothan High, the defensive backs for Dothan High are really coming up hard and quick and putting a shutdown on those options.
So that was a big loss. So to bring up 2nd and about 20.
Double wide each side. And a 2nd long.
They give it to number 17, and that's Ogburn.
Desmond Ogburn. He's a sophomore running back. Got a little bit of it back. Got third and about 11. Got it manageable.
They're playing a lot of players tonight.
Right.
Swackett just overthrew number 17, Ogburn, which it would have been a real big play.
Absolutely. Beautiful pass and just a little bit too much air under it. And Ogburn had a good pattern, was wide open. Post flag is a really hard, it was a post flag, you know, you run a post and then a flag, obviously. That's one of the hardest plays in football to complete. You got to just throw it to an area and not throw it to the man. You know, if you got a punting team and 7:56 left in the second quarter, got a motion on Northview, didn't call it. Almost got away. Did a good job of Northview. Did a good job of holding on. I believe that was Justero Reynolds was holding on for dear life and held him in there.
So Dothan will be taken over at the 37, their own 37.
They can hold them here and keep the ball and give them a chance to get at halftime to kind of get back together again. Even though they've settled down some, I think they can make some corrections probably and maybe get back in the ball game.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Quick out to Stansel is incomplete.
Just a quick pop pass and this wasn't a very good pass. It wasn't a very good play. Second and long. I tell you, Stansel, you know, is going to one of the Ivy League schools. He's a tremendous athlete, and I bet it'd be fun to coach him. He's very intelligent. If he's going to Ivy League school, so you know he's intelligent.
Yeah, he's going to be going to Harvard.
Right. And that's him right there. And I'm bragging on him and he drops the ball, but that was a hard catch. But he should have had it, really. Put his hands on it, he's got to catch it.
So it brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
He's usually a consistent, he don't drop many. 3rd and about 10, and big series here. This is a big play for Northview. They need the ball back and get another drive before half, if nothing but run the clock or score. Sprint out to the left. They got him cornered.
Good job that time by the Northview defense.
One thing I noticed last week, and I don't think Dothan High's got into that, they got way ahead last week, and they really started back. Didn't have the killer instinct, even though they look like they do right now. But that series there looked like they kind of lost some of the momentum to drive it on in to Northview, because that would have really driven the thing home if they could have taken that one in. But Northview had something to do with that. Great play and got a big series here. Maybe they'll get the ball in a good field.
And Northview needed that to stop Dothan from scoring and try to get some more points on the board.
Good fair catch there by
that was Michael Reynolds.
Get the ball about the 38-yard line.
Good starting field position.
A minute ago, remember, they had an offside penalty on the right offensive tackle and made it 1st and 15. And they need to eliminate that kind of thing and just pound them. Just pound right away, get 3 or 4 at a time, like they did the series before this one, when they took it all the way down the field. They don't need to get really nervous about it. Just move the ball. Jalen Thomas is in the ball game, I believe, for the first time. He's number 2.
Yeah, they're expecting big things from Thomas.
Yeah.
Quarterback keeps it. Swackert up the middle, and he picks up about 7 yards.
Great block by Jalen. Jalen came in there and really hit hard. Looked good. I talked to Dawsey last week about him, and he was they're really taking out. Florida State's really taking a close look at him.
Sideline warning against Northview. That's their first.
Well, I don't know what they're doing over there. They're not really. They're backed up pretty good. Much more of the coaches got a little nervous.
Yeah, I think they got out a little bit. I was over on this side right now, Coach, and I think they've got that, but they got other things to worry about right now. Yeah, but they're in good shape.
I'd probably stay penalized on my stuff. Double twin.
Swackert keeps it, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
And the offense, I think that was a play-action pass, really, and he didn't throw it. Because the wide receiver just stopped and turned around, and A minute ago, they're bringing the corner back so fast that I thought that was a good call, but I don't know why Ben didn't throw it, why Swiker didn't throw it. But anyway, makes it 3rd and about 5 and double twin again, because that was a great call, I thought. Just they didn't execute it very well.
It's complete over to Reynolds, and he's going to be short of the first down.
4th and about a yard. I don't know. It's questionable here to go for it or not. I'd get in the heavy set and go for it. You know, they 28-7. If they can score before half, that'll really change the momentum.
Yeah, I think
he's not doing it. He's going to punt.
Yeah, he quite frankly he didn't wait. He didn't wait either, Coach. He didn't think. But heat timeout now, guys.
Okay, I don't know. I probably would have done the same thing. I was so conservative about playing the odds, but I didn't. I was fortunate not to be behind 28-7 in the first half. Some of the games.
Okay, we have timeout on the field with 5:39 left in the first half. Northview trailing Dothan 28-7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Came in and got Shire in there to kick, and got somebody asleep over there. He came in.
Back D for Dothan is Egerton. He takes a punt, and he's going to finally be dropped.
Got a host of Dothan High Northview tacklers. You got number 6 again is Stephon Hawkins. He's a great guy to get down there and hold on, because he sure is not going to let loose of him.
Hey, Mitt, if you guys can come across to about the 25 to your right, I got Mr. Wilder here. We may try to get a word or two from.
Tell him he needs to come here and interview at half. You want an interview?
We'll just catch a quick. All right, if you can't see this hat, gang, if you got me, Mr. Wilder here, he's got on a hat. It's got a D on one side and the N on the other, and it's looking good. What do you think about the game tonight?
Well, right now, Dothan's showing a lot of athleticism. I'm worried that, Northview gets too far behind, they're going to get down a little bit. So it's a gut check right now for Northview.
But I tell you what, great crowd on both sides, and I think the move is a great move, this early season thing, and it seems to be working well, doesn't it?
Yep, I think so. I mean, great crowd. Beforehand, changed it because it would be kind of out of hand with the region and all in years past. So great gate. We're happy. We're real pleased.
All right, good stuff. We'll catch you in a bit later. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Jimbo, and thanks School Superintendent Tim Weiler, who's done an outstanding job since he's been the superintendent here. A lot of positive and good things happening in the Dothan City school system, Coach.
No question about it. He's I don't know if he's not one of the top superintendents we've ever had in this area. We're just proud to have him, and he's very, very adept to what's going on and made a tremendous amount of progress.
Handoff.
One of the things, of course, that's sweet to my heart is athletics. I think we made a lot of progress. I tell you what, Dothan and Northview's behind right now, but these football game has improved tenfold in the last few years.
They really have, Coach.
I remember coming back from Georgia and thinking I could beat my JV, could beat some of this stuff. But they both have really improved, and I just hate one of them's losing a bunch. But for right now, anyway. Got a punting team on there. We didn't follow that pretty close, but Northview still has a good shot here before half to do something, and that would really be a great thing to move this thing on down the field. Oh, almost blocked it. Somebody missed a block.
Ball is taken by number 9, Michael Reynolds, and he advances it up to about the 47-yard line.
He should have cut to the sideline more. He just turned it up, but that's went north and south. Anyway, about the ball on 48, that's where they started the other drive, but on the other 48. So maybe it's a good open. I would sure like for them to score before half and make this a great ball game.
So Northview will be starting in good field position, and they have 3 minutes and 36 seconds to try to put some points on the board before halftime.
Both are two well-coached teams. I tell you, they both look very, very disciplined in what they're doing. It's just a matter of one's played better than the other one.
Hand off to Thomas, and he's going to be stopped after a short gain.
He runs hard. He run a little high at the end, but he ran really hard. Got 2 yards, and that was like 10 for the normal because he ran so hard. Just a straight dive. I think seemed like he's giving him a little boost. Got trips to the right, one receiver to the left.
2nd and 8.
Moving Thomas over to the strong side. Swickard getting the count. What?
I think that one slipped out of his hand. What happened there, Jimbo? Did you see it?
Well, it just looked like to me, I don't know what he did. Whether he threw it out of bounds or just, I thought it might be intercepted, or the wide receiver supposed to run a post flag and didn't. And we got trips, got 3rd and long, and 2 minutes left in the half. They're not nearly 3. Big play here. This will be a really big play. Dothan High is getting into 4 deep. They're thinking pass. They're definitely thinking pass. A draw would be a good play here, probably.
Swickard finds Reynolds open, and he loses the ball out of bounds.
Might be a first down because of where he left the ball.
And we have a flag in the backfield. So it may be against Dothan, so it may give Northview a first down.
I didn't see a late hit. I don't know. It's either holding or a late hit. Personal foul, Dothan High. That's about the 4th Dothan High penalty they've had on personal foul. So that really has hurt Dothan High tonight. The last time Northview drove it in, Dothan High had 2 personal fouls.
And I tell you what, Coach White will not be happy about.
He doesn't like that kind of stuff. And you've got to settle it down. You can't. Right there gave Northview the momentum. Was fixing to get they got a first down, I think, because they fumbled out of bounds. But
Personal foul against the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Big play there. Now that gives them in range with 3 minutes left in the half.
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars inside the 30. He goes long. Oh, and it's almost intercepted. It looked like it was going to be a touchdown to Menifee, but Dothan did a good job of getting back the hands on and getting back.
Just a fly pass, and Swickard let the ball loose a little too late, maybe a second late. And I had him open for a second. He just should have thrown it quicker. But it was a pretty pass, and Dothan High did a great job of defending it. Got a 2nd and long.
2:43 left in the first half. Northview trailing Dothan 28-7. Ball inside the 30 at about the 29.
Trips to the right. Dothan High's got a 4 deep. They're playing the pass, but
and it's an interception.
I think that was just an errant pass. I think he might have got hit as he was throwing it. Just an errant pass because I had the guy open. But Dothan High spread the field on defense. They're really backtracking and looking for the throw.
So Dothan intercepts the pass and will take over at about the 37-yard line.
Big opportunity lost for Northview there right before half. They could have taken that in there. Could really change the whole strategy of the game.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
And pretty good defense there. And we've got that's Harrison Jordan, number 39. Did a great job of defending that play.
2:17 left in the first half. Dothan whipped the ball.
Option play.
A missed tackle, and Williams advances the ball to the 31-yard line of Northview.
Looks like to me that being hesitant on when he's coming down the line, nobody's getting him, or they're trying to chase him from the backside instead of waiting on him, because he's run that play very successful, and Northview has not done a very good job of defending that option.
They called him out of bounds at the 37.
Hurry up offense. You better get ready when they're going. Draw.
Hand off to Big Dozier, and he's hit after a gain of a couple.
Harrison makes a big play again. Harrison Jordan playing a good football game.
That was a gain of about 3, so it brings up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. 1:46 left in the first half.
Good job then. Number 50, Bryce Sadler, did a good job making play. Dothan High. Don't need none of that stuff.
So Northview did a good job of closing that gap.
Quick dive play. So we got a third and about 6. Got to get ready.
Pass incomplete. A good defensive play that time by number 27 for the Cougars.
Either got a holding on Dothan High. I don't know whether they'll take it. I'd probably back them on up, but
Yeah,
16 left.
that was.
Hey, yeah, if you're Dothan High, I mean, if you're Northview, you would, because we know that Louis Pimentel's got a leg that can make it happen from there.
Yeah.
That was a Robert Benek that got a hand on it. A good defensive play.
Yeah, Benak he comes from a long bloodline of great players. I tell you what, he's no question about it. Benak. One of Benak I remember saw him the other night eating. He scored 5 touchdowns against Lanier out here one night. We were at Dothan High. So Benak has a great tough name, I tell you, for football in this area.
Hey, I run into him some now too, Coach. Hey, he's put on a few pounds too, so I'll make sure I pass that on.
Long pass, incomplete.
Well, he scored 5 on Lanier that night. I'll tell you what, I won't ever forget. That's probably the best running back ever done out here on this stadium. That in Lanier, why I hated so much. When I was coaching, because they beat us in high school when I played a couple of times. We cost a state championship by Lanier. So I remember the Benacks, and I coached Bobby, the doctor here in town. Now he was a great offensive lineman for me. And a long time ago, I'm not going to tell him when, but a little while ago.
So Dothan will have to punt. Dothan wants a timeout. We have 1:08 left in the first half, 28-7, Dothan leading.
Good series there.
Okay, we have fans everywhere tonight. There's a shot in the back of a pickup truck tailgating for this big game between Dothan and Northview. This is the 36th time they played each other. Dothan leads the series 19-16. Good high punt. And it takes a Dothan bounce, and it's going to be dead at about the 18-yard line of Northview.
I expect Northview would just try to get into the half here. And, they got so long to go. They don't want to make another mistake here and cost them. They had the opportunity to make it 28-14 a few minutes ago and didn't quite get it and threw an interception, but they probably just need to settle. I think you'll see a different Northview group the second half, even though they hadn't played that bad the second quarter. Dothan High is kind of got used to Dothan High's speed of the game and things they're doing. Dothan High is back in a 3 deep though.
Yeah.
Nah, they lost a man as wide.
Yeah.
Now he comes back out.
Swarkin hands the ball off to
Thomas.
Jalen Thomas. And Thomas has got some running room. He picks up a first down and moves the ball out to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's what they should be running. They got Dothan High backing everybody up. They've done it the last 2 series, and giving Northview the run. Big 77 for Dothan High. Let me go through all the defense for Dothan High. You got Javon Granger, Brandon Helms, Marcus Sims, Latrell Lee.
White is in and is picked off at quarterback.
Guys, he is gone to the house.
That was
exactly what you're talking about. They did not want to have happen here. But you know what? It did. And hats off, a heads-up play by Dothan High right there. What a play, number 27. That was textbook, guys. That was textbook. He read it. And you know what? That was as pretty interception and return as I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that was number 27, Brandon Freeman.
Brandon Freeman. I was naming all: Jordan Small, Brandon Freeman, Kristen Cunningham, Gabriel Black, Ladarius Daniels, Justin Hinton. All of them are in there. Have been in there playing on defense, and what a great interception! You're right, Jimbo. That's the worst thing you can have happen. I thought they, should get into the half and settle it down a little bit because they don't need any more momentum.
Right.
I thought they were smart running Thomas to start with, and you've got to know the feel of the game and where you are, and you're rolling the dice on something like that.
Yeah, if they could have gone into halftime without giving up another score, but they give up a score on the interception by Freeman for the touchdown. with 33.4 seconds left. That's something you don't. Giving up a touchdown late in the half is one of the worst things you can do.
You just, especially when somebody has the momentum and have beat you for a quarter, like they have a quarter and a half, and everything's going for them psychologically. You've got to get them in the dressing room and settle everything down and see if you can't regain your momentum the second half. And you've got plenty of time. The time to score was the time before that. They should have scored down there, had an opportunity to score. Now it's too late. Now they could have tried to get a draw or something like that and get it down to the 40 or 45, but I thought they tried to get a little too nervous trying to make something happen.
Right, yeah. I think they tried to force it that time, and it cost them 7 more points.
But, it's early in the year, and Ben's a quarterback and hadn't been a starter
Well,
before.
that was Chase.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Chase, the backup quarterback, threw that interception.
Hey, all I can say, guys, and you're right. We look at all that. I think that all falls under the woulda, shoulda, coulda, and you know what? It's 35-7, Dothan High right now, and the key for Northview at the halftime, and we'll find out from Coach Stewart afterwards, but guys, it's got to be one series at a time right now, but they're going to have to about score on every series if they want to get back in this one, or right now.
And a good run back that time by number 4 for Northview. That's Billy Ford. A lot of these games are names are familiar to me from basketball. Ford was a good basketball player for Northview, along with Jalen Thomas. Those names are very familiar. And Reynolds, Justero Reynolds also. So Northview has the ball on the 26-yard line. And they take it out to about the 30. That was number 2, Jalen Thomas. And that will probably be, well, they may try to get off one more play, but they'll probably let the clock run out. They will. So we've come to halftime, and the first half was all Dothan. They took they're up 35-7. Jimbo?
Yeah, let me see if I can get Coach White for just a second. All right, Coach White, first half, looking at the scoreboard, 35-7, a lot of intensity out there, a lot of response. Thoughts?
Well, we got to eliminate the stupid penalties. We're hurting ourselves. I know that everybody's emotions are high, but like I said, we got to control ourselves on those personal fouls. We got to get our substitution packages right. We can't waste timeouts on silly things. So we got to clean that up and come out, and we're gonna start the game like it's 0-0. Go out and give it all we got again.
All right. Well, Coach, you know what? I'm going to let you go talk to your team and do that. Good first half. We'll see you again in a second.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, you know what? That's exactly what you expect to hear from Coach White. What's the first thing he focused on? Penalties they shouldn't have made, a lot of those things we noted early, but and he'll do that. If this team doesn't come back out from Dothan High looking just like it's 0-0, I'd be very surprised, guys. Back up to you.
Okay, thanks, Jimbo. So it's halftime, and Dothan's leading 35-7. We'll be back after this timeout with the halftime activities.
Exactly the half you would have scripted, but that's what you got. So tell me what you told your team in the half, Coach.
It's a half. It's not the whole game. I've seen teams be able to come back from that. I think just emotion of the game, settling the kids down, just playing ball. They score 35, we can score 35. So, at the end of the day, it's a half. That's why they call it a half.
All right, tell me about them as they came out of the locker room.
We'll be fine.
And we're not worried about you, Coach, or y'all either. All right? Good stuff. Good half, Coach.
All right, thank you, Jimbo. And talking to Coach Stewart, and just kind of recapping the first half, Dothan leads 35-7. They scored first with 8:31 left in the first on a 35-yard TD pass from Williams to Egerton to make it 7-0. Dothan next score came with 4:27 left in the first on a 44-yard TD drive. It was a TD run by Williams, a 4-yard run by Williams to make it 14-0. Dothan next score came with 3:13 left after Northview fumbled the ball, fumbled the snap, attempting to punt, and Dothan took over on the 6-yard line, and Dozier took it in from 4 yards out for the touchdown to make it 21 to 7. Let's see, Northview scored. Northview scored on a 3-yard run by Vincent with 23 seconds left in the half to make it 21-7. Left in the first to make it 21-7. In the second quarter, Dothan scored an interception. Let's see, a 2-yard run by Dothan by Bigham made it 28-7, and that was a 61-yard drive. Then Dothan scored on an interception by Freeman with 33 seconds left to make it 35-7. So that's where we are now. Dothan leading 35-7. Coach, any observations you have from the first half?
I thought that Northview got the emotions away from them. I didn't think they played. They got too emotional before the game started, and I thought that was a lot had to do with a lot of things. I thought the 2 plays right before half when they didn't score down there about the 25, and then they had threw an interception to give them a score, I thought was a two big plays in the ball game. So maybe the second half, like Coach Stewart said, they'll come out and play it the full half and make it a good ball game. Still possible.
It is. So.
But Dothan High played a great half now. I'm not knocking. I don't know why I even said all that. Great job.
Ford takes the ball at the goal line and brings it out to about the 18.
I just wanted to be a good ball game, and Dothan High has outplayed them, no question about it. So Dothan High deserves to be on top. So that's the number one thing. But had a big play there, and who was that? I made that tackle. I couldn't tell. Dothan High's jerseys are hard to see tonight because
they're gray on red, and from this distance it's very hard to see. Not much contrast there, so if y'all need to bear with us tonight if we don't get some of the numbers
last week when they had black on white, white on black. You got spread formation, two split ends. Dothan High in a 2 deep.
Quick out to number 88, and a good run. That was number 88 for Northview. That's Ben Dowd.
Good job there. Just a quick screen, quick swing pass, and got the first down and moving the clock. Got a hurry up offense. Same offensive line. Swackert in there, and got Thomas in there now, running back. Same offensive line that's in there. And waiting on the count.
They hand it off to Thomas, and he takes it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
That's good forward motion early in the game. He's losing 2 or 3, so that's made a lot of progress with Thomas getting in. He runs low and hard. And offensive line, I think everybody knows who they are. The linemen they've got in there are Russell and Neves and Span and Steflon.
So it brings up a 2nd and about 8. Man in motion. They hand it off to number 17, I believe it was. Ogburn.
Did a good job. They're in that play early in the half. It's just kind of a counter dive, and just kind of really a power play with the wide receivers running the ball.
So it's a 3rd and about 6 for Northview. This is the opening drive of the second half. It's really is a good drive if Northview can get some momentum going here. If they can sustain this drive and put some points on the board, it could possibly change the momentum of this game.
Absolutely. Long set, about a motion penalty. Got a penalty. I don't know if they called Dothan High offside or the wide receiver jumping. The wide receiver should watch the ball, not the count. And he moved and shouldn't have. He should be watching the ball. And I'm sure that Stewart's upset about that because they had a 3rd and 5, now they got a 3rd and 9. Turns the whole thing around because somebody's not disciplined enough to watch the ball. Wide receivers should never have an offside penalty. Dothan High is back in a 2 deep. They're hustling to the ball. I tell you what, Dothan High has done a tremendous job tonight. they've kept their emotions in track. Most of the time, it's a personal foul penalty they shouldn't have had. Coach White addressed that at halftime.
So instead of it being a 3rd and 5, it's a 3rd and 10, and gain up a couple of yards on that play. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And that penalty really hurt.
Yeah, no question about it. That was Elijah Rojo. Rojo, is that who ran the ball? Rojo 23. Anyways, the punt team on, and a decent series. They shot, just a penalty cost them, and it really did hurt them a lot. They got the punt team in a tight punt now.
Punt. And it goes to Egerton. And he's going to be dropped at about the 45.
Good catch by Egerton. Good return. Got a, I don't think who made the tackle there. We got looks like Joseph Roja again made the tackle. That 22 or 23. Yeah, 22. Yeah.
So Dothan will be starting at the 40, just shy of the 45.
Hurry up offense again and running the option play, and they did a better job then of covering the thing. Good run by the quarterback for Dothan High. Grant Williams, he does a really good job of turning it in. Should have been stopped for a loss there and turned it in and got 3 or 4 yards out of it. So 2nd and
5.
5 yards out of it. Tight end offense, 2 tight end offense, 1 back set, running the zone play. We hadn't seen them run that all night long. They got a 2 tight ends and ran just a basic zone play.
That was Big Deion Dozier on the carry.
Yeah, big truck. They Dothan High running that offense. The backs reading the hole, and they're all just man blocking and reading the hole. Did a good job. Back to 2 tight ends, 1 back set.
3rd and short.
Dothan High is just knocking Northview off the ball right now. They're just coming at them and coming off the ball, coming straight at them.
Dozier takes it for 6, and it's enough for a Dothan 1st down.
Two tight ends again, same formation. They're just knocking Northview off the ball. And Northview, the offensive line for Dothan High, is just doing a really good job knocking. We got Isaac Long, Prince Rogers, Ladarius Wimbush, Chris Cooper, Chris Breedlove, all of them doing a really good job of knocking them off the ball. Tight end, the big guy is Jack Stansel.
So Dothan High just running right up now.
That's all they're doing. 2 tight ends, and it's a good time to work on that kind of thing. They're going to need that during the year. So, and that's the thing you have to remember. Second ball game of the year, a lot of things change over the year. So, they iron out a lot of kinks in this ball game because they both put a lot of effort into it. Back to his own. And
that time they thrown for a loss, and that was number 94 for Northview on the tackle.
Raymond, 94 is Tyler Dancy. Did a good job of. That's the first time they've kind of attacked the line of scrimmage. Now he's going back to the spread. Hurry up, 2nd down. Quick screen.
Over to Stansel. He cuts back to the inside, and he's got some running room. And Stansel into the end zone for the Dothan touchdown. But there is a flag on the play.
There's somebody that's offside.
Yeah, I think it was formation issue, guys. We'll see.
We'll see if that comes back. It's coming back.
That was just a quick screen out to Stansel, and 2 great blocks by the 2 receivers out there.
An illegal formation on the offense.
One of them, what happened is Stansel must have been on the line of scrimmage and was covered up. That must have been what happened because that he was made him an ineligible. Somebody was ineligible out there. You got to always have 2 men on the end, and the inside guy. When you have 2 men on the end, inside guys got to be off the ball.
So that one comes back.
Probably like it is right now. Right now, Stanzel's eligible. 2 receivers are back. They're both eligible. Stanzel, one of them is probably back. Just a lead option play coming down the line. And
Williams going to be dropped after gain of about 5.
they've heard Northview that play all night long. Just a lead option. And it's really not a complicated play to stop. It's just that Duran has done a really good job of coming down the line with it. 3rd down and long. And back to the hurry up. Offensive lineman.
Yeah. We had some motion on the line.
I think Coach White's right. I mean, they've had a lot of penalties, just useless penalties, and that's hurt Dothan High more than anything else, even though they've had a big lead. That's offsides. They just had a lineup formation wrong. They've had a couple of personal fouls.
False start on the offense. 3rd down.
And that's self-discipline there. There's a lot of things that shouldn't be happening. But Coach, I'm sure, first thing he said is going into half. Back into spread formation again. 2 receivers to one side, 2 back set. Faking the draw.
Williams got all day. And he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
Might be hurt. Might have a cramp. He was walking, and all of a sudden he fell down, so he must have a cramp. I hope that's all it is.
Yeah, looks to be thigh, guys. And of course, the folks from Southern Bone and Joint out there on the spot quick, and Dothan High trainers coming across. So
might have pulled a muscle, or either he got a cramp. Hope it's a cramp.
Right.
He's all right. Well, he's getting up anyway. Kind of a hot, humid night tonight.
Yes, it is. So
he's done a lot of running. I tell you what, he is really coming to his own as a quarterback. He's getting better and better. I thought he had a really good game last week against Jeff Davis.
All right, guys, they're going to go ahead and take the heat timeout because of that deal at the moment. So, Mitt, do your thing.
Okay, so with 6:24 left in the 3rd, it's Dothan 35, Northview 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. A good crowd tonight here at Rip Hughes Stadium as the Dothan Tigers host the Northview Cougars, and right now they're on top and have the ball 35-7, but it's 4th down.
My main man, Lewis Pimentel, is coming in to kick.
Yeah, and I'll touch base on something after the kick here, guys, on a little rule for this year. Hold on.
I think he'll hit this, I believe.
This will be a 39-yard attempt.
That's right down the pike, guys. Good for 10 more. I mean, it would have been good from 40 plus.
I tell you what, he needs to kick in college. He's going to be a great kicker. He's already an outstanding high school kicker.
So Dothan scores again with 6:18 left on a 39-yard field goal by Pimentel. Jimbo, when are we going to get the right pronunciation of his name?
Ask one of those coaches how they pronounce his name down there when you're down there. One of those assistants down there that's not in the middle of things.
So 6:18 left, and the Tigers will lead the Cougars 38-7.
All right, as you know, we're just trying to verify pronunciation, and as we said, we've been saying Pimentel, and that's there. Everybody else says just call him Luis. He's the man.
Luis.
I tell you what, I call him the kicker. I'll call him the kicker because he's definitely a kicker. I tell you what, I'm really, really impressed. He reminds me a lot of Jinsu Park I had when I was coaching. He's got that kind of leg. I had some great kickers. You played with one of the best kickers straight on ever been.
Yeah, Donnie Jarrett,
Donnie.
DJ.
Yeah, Big DJ was an outstanding kicker. He's coaching now, still coaching. Last I heard, he was doing real good. I talked to his mom and dad the other day. All right, this is a good kickoff. Here he goes again, back in the back of the end zone. And, I mentioned that earlier, Jimbo. I know we follow Alabama, and I watch the Auburn game too. I follow both of them, but I'm Alabama more than Auburn because I follow them so close. But Saban is quick kicking in the end zone. against Virginia Tech, I was surprised.
Yeah, I know it. That's been an interesting deal for over time. Yeah,
He doesn't do it. He's not doing it. He didn't even try for it. But he's kicking that ball sky high, and they get down and they stop Virginia Tech every time inside the 20. I mean, he's determined to. That's how he's approaching the kickoff now as a play. That's something to behold, and nobody even thought about that. Dive option.
And they fumble.
I think Northview back on top of it.
Yeah, dive option again. He pulled it. Didn't tell where he could pull it or give it. I think he's got another back in there, and he does. He's got Vincent Turner in there now instead of Thomas. Him and Thomas are alternating. And they got Swiker still in there, quarterback. 2 split ends to each side. 2nd and long.
Northview, the ball on the 20.
Yeah, double twin. On a motion.
They hand it off to that's Turner Benson, and he breaks a couple of tackles and takes the ball over the 25 down to about the 27.
He's a tough runner now. I tell you, Turner Benson's really ran well tonight. He's laying down. I hope he's not hurt. He's coming off, hobbling a little bit. I think he's okay though. I think he's got a little bruise.
Yeah, he had some beef roll up on the back side of his leg on that last tackle, guys.
Slight contusion there.
So to bring up 3rd and about 4.
If he's got the other back in there, it's Rojas. Is that who is that?
Rojas, 23. You got it, guys.
Okay, Rojas, what I thought.
He keeps it, and he's going to pick up the 1st down across the 30 down to about the 31-yard line.
Good hard running, kept low, moved the ball. Good job. See, that's the kind of offense they need to be running right here. This is Northview right here. Don't try to get the big play. Just move the ball. Keep the chains moving.
1st and 10. The ball at the 31.
I think till you get behind a big amount and you try to make something happen, and sometimes it's better not to do that. Just to keep methodically playing.
Let's try to pick up a 1st down and just move the ball down the field. And it's complete over to number 4. That's Billy Ford Jr.
Good quick post pass. Now that's just good methodical movement. That's a good job. Swiker can throw that pass good. Good catch and reception. I'll throw.
Ball at the 41-yard line of Northview.
Double twin again. 2nd and short. Don't try to go for the big one. Just move it on down the field. And here I am coaching. I need to hustle.
And it's complete.
He's going to get the big one. Out of me, that's what he's doing. I wouldn't have done that, but I'm glad he did.
Ogburn on the reception for
2nd
the
and
1st
short.
down.
That was a post and go. He just faked the quick post like he ran a minute ago and kept him up the field. And beautiful pass. Beautiful catch and throw. Double twin. Hurry up offense.
Going deep. And it's caught by number 7, Gustavo Reynolds.
Yeah, how about that play, guys?
A good fly pass. They got somebody running them out down there. Too much play, too much cutting up. It's going to cost Northview a penalty.
Well, the reason we were so late calling that because it looked like the receiver and the defensive back had the ball together, and Reynolds came out of there with it for the touchdown.
I don't think that should have been a flag either. It's like I didn't think a personal foul on Dothan earlier. I think they've gotten a little bit too much of a, they had Northview's down 38 to 13. They score and they make a little bit of a deal out of it. It wasn't a big deal. That's the referee's calling on Northview for extracurricular activity. That's why I'm not a referee. I think sometimes you...
Play resulted in a touchdown. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike, against Northview will be assessed on the kickoff.
That's good they called it, I suppose, for the rest of the year, but I still didn't think it was that bad. Supposed to hand the ball back to the referee and get off the field, though. So anyway, that makes it 38-14, which is great drive there. Northview could dig down methodically, took the play down the field and scored.
That was an 80-yard drive. This drive started on their own 20, and Coach, we talked about it, how this drive took about a little less than 3 minutes because Dothan scored with 6:18 and we have 3:35 left. So they put together a good long drive. They just moved the ball first down, and was able to get the big pass that time, a 29-yard pass from Sparker to Reynolds.
That was an outstanding. I told you I would methodically move the ball down the field, and they did a great job of making the big play, and that's what they did. And the beautiful post and go they did early in the third or fourth play there that really broke it on down there. That was a beautiful executed play. Dothan High's had a hard time. Last week they just don't seem to be, when they get way ahead, they did the same thing in JD last week. They've got to learn to play hard all the time. Of course, I know and they might be playing hard. You're playing Northview in third quarter, but it just didn't allow they have the fire they had earlier in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point, Coach, because last week they only put up 3 points in the second half.
That's one thing the coaches got to. But they're a young football team. Dothan High is a young team.
Yeah, so it's.
But I'm proud of Northview. I'm not taking anything away from them. I think that's a tremendous comeback to be down 38-7 and come back and score like that and keep trying as hard as you can. I think that means a lot for the kids and the team.
3:35.
Zach Shire kicking off again, and they're kicking it from the 25. Trying to get it there with a fair catch. Smart call there. Good job by the Dothan High, and that was Tyson Carter, number 1, I believe, called a fair catch on about the 40. Not many people know or think about it. You can call a fair catch on the kickoff return. You do just like a punt. Wave that arm and get a fair catch. That was a smart kick by Shira because he didn't have a strong enough leg to keep it really deep, and he's just getting where he backed Dothan up as far as he could, really.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 40. And that time a big hit coming from number 42 and number 39 for the Cougars.
Braden Stevenson, defensive line's in the ball game now. Did a good job at nose. Shucked the blocker there. Good job of getting in there. Great job. Jezreel Black made the play, and who was running the ball? Let's see.
That was Black and Harrison, and on the previous play.
Dothan High running the ball. That's Deion Dozier, I believe, was in there. The big Deion. Got a 3rd and long. Big play here. Big play for Northview. Double twin. Northview shifting their defense. Put big man to the left, to the wide side of the field.
And the intended receiver was Egerton, and he was overthrown by Williams.
That was the same play early in the ballgame they scored on. They let loose and had a missed assignment, same wheel route. I looked like I couldn't really tell. But anyway, got a 4th down. Northview get the ball back. Got 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third quarter, 38-14. And I hate to jinx them, but not with 3.5 plays away. Get back in the game.
So back deep for Northview that's number 9, and he takes the ball, Reynolds, and he's going to be out at the 25. That is Michael Reynolds.
Another flag. I don't know if it was a personal foul on who.
And another flag.
Dothan High. I'll tell you this, the referees have kept it under control. I have to give them credit for that. I think it's a little too much, but at the same time, what's a little too much? So, you have to give them credit for keeping the game under control. Anything that gets out of line, they're going to throw that flag. Got to see what they're doing. They're having a big conference out there to see who did what and what they saw. And there's a dead ball foul or a live foul. Probably had something to do with what they're thinking about. Difference in where the ball will be spotted if it's a dead ball foul. It could give Dothan High a first down if it's against Northview. There could be a lot of things going on with this conversation down there. I thought it was a dead ball foul. Looked like from what they threw when they threw the flag. One of them pointing to Northview. One of them's, I don't know.
A lot of discussion.
Yeah, we're taking the time. We ought to know what to do by now, I think. But
they're still talking about it.
yeah.
2:18 left in the
That's what they're
third.
discussing. Was it a dead ball foul or live ball or who it was against? That's the whole problem. One of them probably saw one thing, one the other, and they can't decide which one saw what.
Let's listen in.
Return, a block in the back on the receiving team.
Uh-oh.
We had a dead ball, personal foul on the red team.
They're trying to figure out where to mark it. Because all of it does is
Marked off in the order of occurrence.
where all it happened. So they penalized Northview 15 yards, and they turn around and penalize Dothan High 15. So basically, they're starting about the same place.
Same place.
So all that talk for that. 34-yard line, Northview takes over.
We'll see if Northview was able to put together an 80-yard drive for a touchdown their last possession. So we'll see if they can come out this time and put together a scoring drive.
Picked up about 3 yards. That's Roja. Picked up about 3 yards. Good, tough little runner he is. He runs hard and low. Not very big. Tough running back.
Gain of a couple, so it'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Trips to the right. Dothan High is in a 4 deep secondary.
Swackett goes deep. And it's incomplete.
I think still methodical is the thing. I know he's trying to get back in it, but I still like the methodical way.
Yeah, I'm with you, Coach. Hey, you know what? That's the best thing to do. Right now, what are we looking at? It's 7-3 second half.
Yeah, I mean, you can bring it on down. Don't try to get too much. That was second and long on that call. A minute ago it was second and short when he did it, which was a good call.
And if you look at it, Dothan has 14 points off of Northview turnovers.
Yeah.
So if you take away 14 points from the 38.
24-14. Yeah, it was a lot closer ball game with some of the things, but I think it's early in the year. Like I said, if Northview will take this right, they'll learn a lot from it. They need to do the things that they're capable of doing. I thought they've done some things that they're not capable of, obviously, because it hadn't worked out real good for them. And trying to do a little too much sometimes with some of the things, but you've got to do what your players are capable of. Kicker, Shaw, keep kicking. He kicks it right at him and kind of a line drive, and
And he's got some running room. That's Egerton. He's still going.
I'll tell you what, he's quick as a he.
Wow, and he's tough too.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's a hard runner, put a lot into it. Dothan did a great job punting. Shaw's got to kick the ball away from people. He kicked a little bit too much of a line shot, but he's a good enough kicker to kick it on a roll, get it away from him. Anyway, Dothan High takes over on 36, and see what Dothan High does with this series. I expect Coach White has got on them about pushing harder and getting better every play and not just being ahead and sitting back. Double tight end, I think we're in motion there. They didn't call it. Running on.
A big hit that time. That was number 41 and number 5 for Northview on the hit.
Stephon Davis.
And 42 was also in on it.
He's Jezebel Black.
Yes, we've called his
both of them
name.
Played really hard tonight. They've done a really good job. Offensive line for Dothan High has been kind of dominant, I thought.
Bring up 2nd and 6.
Coming off the ball, and the linebackers are sneaking behind them, making the play, but they're coming. The offensive line is really coming off the ball on Northview.
That was number 41, Emmanuel Rivers, on the stop.
Third and 4, 3.5.
And that's the end of the third. So we've come to the end of 3, and the score is the Dothan Tigers 38 and the Northview Cougars 14. We'll be back with the 4th and final period of action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Welcome back to Riphew Stadium. We're at Knowledge Field tonight. We're at Knowledge Field. We're at Wild Field. And wow, there's another touchdown for the Tigers of Dothan. That was a 30-yard run.
Just a fake dive, quarterback keeper right up the middle. And Dothan High's offensive line dominating Northview's defense.
And that was, let's see, I'm trying to get the number of the player that scored.
Quarterback.
No, it was 21.
Yeah, he's the one that gets in the Wildcat. 21, that's just Jeremy Sappho. How about that?
Sappho with a 30-yard touchdown
I'll tell you what, that offensive line for Dothan High has really played well. I'm going to call them out for you. They're Isaac Long, Prince Rogers, Ladarius Wimbush, Chris Cooper, Chris Breedloo. All of them have just had an outstanding ball game. I think they've dominated the offensive line, especially this last 2 quarters. Come off the ball with a lot of enthusiasm and just to me, that's just kind of old-timey football. They just, even though they're in a gun.
Hey, Brandon, if you can hear me, kick it over down here. I'm in the middle of the Dothan High band, so if you can cut it hard left like you are if you spot me. All right. All right, gang. Is the band happy tonight?
Yes.
All right, do you think, is there any question who's going to win tonight?
We are.
We are, and by the way, we are is Dothan High. Tiger band's sounding good, and they're fired up, right? Take a look up at the camera. Keep playing, though. Keep playing, right? The band must play on.
All right.
Hey, there you go, baby. All right, back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Jimbo. Dothan High band celebrating. Dothan's up 44 to 14. And Coach, they gave up a big one that time, but a great run that time by Sappho.
Yeah, I thought it really was. And again, their offensive line for Dothan High is dominating. They're knocking Dorothy 5, 6, 7 yards off the ball. I hate to tell you, man, but you could have scored. Nothing against Jeremy Sappho, and he's a great back. You could have scored with that. Even Jimbo might have could have scored. Back in the end zone. And I think the key to Northview, they've just got to settle down and get better and really, really isolate things that they can do and work on the things that they do best, especially offensively and defensively. They've got to settle down and get some and play with a lot more consistency. I think they've kind of gotten beat down a little bit tonight, and they've got to come out of that and move forward.
And like I said earlier, Dothan's gotten 14 points off of Northview turnovers. So, they've got to take better care of the ball.
Yeah, it's not as bad as. Well, I think some of that is doing things you're not capable of doing. But early in the year, it's not knocking anybody, but you've got to find the plays that they do best.
All right, Coach, I can remember one year Northview started off very slow and went on to win the state championship that year.
We were 1-3, sure did.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
I don't know what I did wrong, but I never got started off. I didn't start off very good some years. Teams get better. The key is getting better every week. How good you are the 11th week.
You're right. We've seen that happen many times. Teams peaking at the right time. A long pass, and it's to Reynolds, and it's caught, and he could go. He's at the 20. Well, he's still on his feet. A great pass. That was from the 20 to the 20.
I got a cramp or somebody got hurt. I hope he's not hurt. He's wide open deep and
60 yards.
Had to wait on the ball a little bit, but got it and took off.
That was a great play, Coach.
It was pretty.
It was.
That pretty play on Dothan High recovering. Pretty play on both of them. Ball was a little bit short and didn't have it quite enough, had a little too much air under it, and he had to wait on the ball, and when he did, he gave Dothan High a chance to come back and make the play. I just got a report on Daleville High School. They were ahead 38-2.
That's number 14 for Dothan. That's kind of hobbling off the field.
Josh Biggums.
Biggums, yeah.
Yeah, he got a little cramp.
So we're down to 10:58 left in the fourth. Northview with the ball on the 20. This drive started on the 20. That was a gain of 60, excuse me, a gain of 60. Northview's taking their time. They're hoping to put some more points on the board. 10 seconds on the shot, on the play clock. I almost said shot clock. The basketball. Wide open touchdown, number 17, Auburn. From Swackett.
Good read there. Good job of read. Now that's the kind of pass he can throw. He's very good on the up pass and throws that really well. And he's had two beautiful passes throwing that pass.
All right, guys, this will shock you. I have been down there with the Waffle House gut cam and under both sides, and you've probably seen some footage, or you will. But I did get something from the Dothan High side. They said, guys, food just happens to taste a little better over here on this side right now, but it looked like they were all doing well.
Okay, so Northview misses the 2-point conversion, so it's 44-20. Dothan lead with 10:27 left in the fourth
quarter.
You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Did I just see some cows eat more chicken? The Chick-fil-A truck here at the game tonight, providing concessions.
Wait, does that mean providing concessions up there to y'all while I'm on the field? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Hey, you better. Hey, if not, you're going to hear a rattle in the stands. It's me coming up the stairs, boys.
You disappeared for about 15 minutes. I think that's where you were. When we lost you, you were in the Chick-fil-A truck. I thought I saw a shirt.
I was just checking out the fans down underneath the alcoves under there, guys.
All right, Northview kicks off after an 80-yard drive.
Good kick. He just got to kick it in bounds every time. He's got it down pretty good. He just got to get it in bounds, make them fair catch it, or he's got the idea.
You know, Coach, that last drive was 2 plays, 80 yards.
Yeah,
because there was a 60-yard touchdown, a 60-yard pass completed. It was completed from Swackett to Reynolds, and then a 20-yard pass to Ogburn for the touchdown.
Good pass and catch. The second pass was a lot prettier to me than the fly pass. I thought that was a real good pass and throw. Dothan High is getting 2 tight ends just coming right at them, and they can't stop them. The offensive line is really coming off that ball. Again, I'll tell you who they are again.
That was Saffold on the run.
Isaac Long, Prince Rogers, Darius Winbush, Chris Cooper, Breed Love, and Big Jack Stansel coming at him again. I mean, Northview has got a penalty and a holding penalty probably, and the referee's going to bring this one back. I don't think they have to hold. They just need to.
Yeah, it is holding against Dothan, so.
I tell you what, you see so many guns and you see so many wide spread open things. When somebody gets in 2 tight ends, it takes a lot of work to get in the mode of stopping it.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So it will be going back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and that will move the ball back on the Dothan side of the field, just shy of the 45-yard line. timeout with 10:02 left, and the score is Dothan 44, Northview 20. Okay, we're back after the
Dothan High comes out of the two tight end back to the spread, and I'm glad Northview's glad of that because they're more of a the defense does well from the spread. They got two tight ends started coming at Northview. That's had a rough time. 9:40 left in the ball game. 44-20.
That was Doja on the carry. So it's second and probably about 16.
There's a quarterback there. Can you tell number 2? Is that who it is? Jared Dribble, is that right? Is that number 2? I can't tell the number.
I can't. Jimbo, can you see the number of the quarterback for Dothan? Offside on Northview, so that will move the ball forward 5 yards for Dothan. So it brings up a 2nd and 10.
Hard to really tell the jersey numbers with gray on red. It's just really tough to see the numbers. They're small.
They are.
Pretty good job of doing it.
But Northview did a good job of stringing it out, but he reverses direction and turns a big loss into a small loss. And one of the Northview players pointing as if it was a fumble.
Tevin White did a good job. He's number 44, turning the play back in as a sophomore.
And it is a fumble.
And Dothan High, Northview's got it.
Yeah, sure is. So Northview forces a fumble, and they will take over just shy of the, just past the 50-yard line, about the 49-yard line of Dothan.
Back in the spread, trips to the left, single to the right. Ray Hull back in there, running back.
.907 left in the fourth. Dothan leading 44-20. And that one was almost intercepted. That was just a little lob pass, which I don't know if that was a good decision that time. It was two men there covering the receiver.
Yeah, had double coverage on him, and had a single trips to the left and one to the right, and had double coverage on him. And he's trying to hit the big play every time.
Yeah, their last drive, they scored on 2 plays, 80 yards in 2 plays. Swackett. And it's incomplete.
And number 4 forward wide open there and tried to pressure in there for a deeper pass.
That was intended for Reynolds.
I see a weakness in Northview. I see they're trying to do too much, and I've said that all night. They're trying to do too much, and they need to do what they're capable of. He should have hit number 4. Got that 7 or 8 yards. Even though they're behind a good bit, they're not going to win this ball game.
Right.
They need to work on stuff and improve and try to get as close as they can. They would get closer to it that way, too. Dothan High will stay off the field.
Swasker. He makes his way up to the 50, and it's going to be 4th down.
But, you know, the best defense for Dothan High has been keep them off the field.
Yeah, you're exactly
you
right.
Methodically run the clock and try to do plays that you can do, work on your offense. And they're trying to, and I'm glad they think they can get back in it, and they can get back in it, but they'll get back in it just the other way, too.
So they're going to go for it on 4th and 10. Northview whip the ball. Swackett is hit, but it's completed. And to Reynolds, and he falls down, is short of the first down by about 5 yards. So Dothan will be taken over on downs. Northview not able to take advantage of the Dothan turnover.
But 8 minutes and 11 seconds left, and 44-20, and Dothan High looks like they're going to get back in them 2 tight ends. Looks like that's where they're do best. They've got 2 tight ends, and they just come right at you. makes it really hard on everybody. And again, they're knocking them off the ball.
And a first down for the Tigers.
Again, the best defense for Dothan High, Northview, is to keep them off of the field.
And that was by Sappho.
Yeah, good job.
He's done a good job tonight.
Yeah.
In the Wildcat. Sappho keeps it up the middle and picks up another Dothan first down.
This offensive line is just dominating the defense, and they're driving them 7 and 8 yards back. It's like they got skates on. They've got to get on the ground and get up under them. If they stand up, they're just getting rolled back. They're all trying to stand up and play with them, and they're not big enough to stand up and play with them for one thing. Going to hold.
Sappho, I think he has another first down. 3 first downs in a row for Sappho.
First fundamental of a defensive lineman is get up under the offensive lineman's pads. And what I mean by pads, up under them, where they got to can't use their upper body on you and be getting you up. And they're not doing that. They're just doesn't look very. They've lost. I'm sure they've been coached fundamental wise, but they look like they hadn't been. But it's because they're tired into the game. 7:33 left. And getting beat 44-20. They've got to work on getting better though. But Dothan High is definitely coming off the ball with a lot of enthusiasm. Look really good. I think Coach White's really gained a lot from tonight. Improved a lot with all kind of formations.
So Dothan leads 44-20. We're at Rip Hughes Stadium, Wild Field tonight, where the Dothan Tigers and the Northview Cougars are meeting for the 36th time. Dothan leads the series 19-16, and it looks like in about 7.5 minutes they'll be leading the series 20-16. First and 10 for the Tigers. The ball at the 20 of Northview. Williams keeps the ball, and he drags about 5 Northview players with him before he stopped at about the 11-yard line.
Just a dive option with the quarterback, and
so it's going to bring up second and about 2. And he breaks it outside for 2 more. That's the quarterback for the Dothan Tigers with the touchdown. Well, no, that was actually Joshua Biggins.
Yeah,
Biggins is in quarterback at Dothan's. Wasn't that Biggins?
It looked like, man. I can't tell the numbers.
Okay, these numbers are, we apologize, but these numbers are just real difficult to see.
You can't tell what they are.
I guess that was Williams. And the 2-point conversion is stopped short. That was Egerton. Was that from 10 yards out, that touchdown?
Yeah.
So Dothan goes up 50-20. With just under 7 minutes left in the fourth. All right, Dothan scores, and the quarterback there was number 17, Mike Daniels.
I'm going to say it again. They got Gage Leckett, C.J. Harper, Henry Baxter, Daniel Pines, the 10th grade Chris Dale, Daniel Casher, Lance Pickett, DeVoris Butler, all of them playing. Coach is playing a lot of people tonight. Not out of bounds and coming back. Kickoff. 1.
And that return was out to the 22. That was number 7, Justero Reynolds.
6:51 left in the ball game. 50-20. Dothan High. Northview's coming back on the field. Playing some Gabriel Black is a senior in there. He's still got some seniors in there. Defenses. Devon Granger, 11th grader in there.
Marshall Tyler is in at quarterback for
Alec
Northview.
Reed. Okay, Marshall Tyler, he's a sophomore.
No gain on the play.
What grade is Tyler in? What his numbers is?
Tyler's number 10.
10th grade quarterback.
That was Jalen Thomas. So it brings up 2nd and 10.
Dive
6:27.
option, all that was. Got 6 minutes left. And with the snap.
And then he's going to be thrown for a loss back to the 15.
47 got into Dothan High. That's Malik Reed, a senior defensive lineman. Number 11's in there, Latrell Anglin, the 10th grader.
That's the final heat timeout of the evening.
Okay, it's a heat timeout with 5:56 left in the 4th, and Dothan's leading 50-20. Did you have some players' names you wanted to call out there, Coach?
Well, I just called out some of them. The defense, he kept the first defense in, a lot of them in there. Offensive line, I think he moved them around a little bit. But then we've got the 10th grader that came in there for Northview, the quarterback that you just said, Tyler Marshall, a 10th grader, 6'4", 200-pounder. And he looks good. He fumbled the snap a minute ago, but he's got a nice-looking young man. But all of them got some future. They got a lot of young players on both teams. I think the offensive line on both teams older, but most of them are Northview's got on their offensive line. They've got a lot of young guys. Got one senior and two seniors, 2 or 3 seniors there.
So it's 3rd and 15. And the ball is handed off to number 23.
Roha. He's done a good job tonight. He's running really hard. Not very big back, but he runs hard with a lot of enthusiasm.
So Northview will be punting. We're down to the last 5.5 minutes of the game. Dothan up by 30, 50-20. Egerton gets the ball and he's taken down at the 42.
Just fumbled the ball and his gut fell on it. And Northview had a little trying to get it off of him, but it was a little bit. Let's see who they come in there with. Dothan High comes in with some of the linemen. 72. Well, they still got some. Let's see who they substitute, if they do any substitution. Still got some of the first teamers in there. 66, 72, 25, 62. Got Henry Baxter, 11th grader in there. They got some young backs in there. They still got some of the senior offensive line. Got a new quarterback in there. And 71, he got him in there. Trevorous Butler is a 10th grader. Got him in there. Number 14's coming in the ball game. Josh Biggums, a senior.
That was Jeremy Sappho. I think he was a little shaken up on the play.
Yeah, he's got some mixture of old and young in there. There's 2 tight ends coming right at Northview.
It was number 14, and there's Biggums, and he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
66.
A loss of about 3. A loss of about 4, so it would bring up 2nd and 14.
He's got a lot of young players, a lot of old players mixed in. Young quarterback in there.
And boy, a good hard run that time by Biggums. He picks up about 16 or 17 on that run, enough for a first down and more.
Northview had a good angle on him. He just trying to let him get on the outside to get in the arm, letting him get around the outside, and they got to turn him back in. They can't let him get to the outside. But they're doing better with the defensive line.
Dothan in a hurry up. Biggums again. And he's stopped by number 6 for Northview, Stephon Hawkins.
Number 9, I think find some of Northview's guys in there. I didn't mention any of them. I didn't say any of them. They're 93, 90. Jarvis Brewer's a senior. 44, we don't know him.
Another first down run, a big pickup that time.
Number 6 did a good job of tackling right there. It's,
trying to get that number.
Stephon Hawkins, a senior.
Yeah, that was Jeremy Saffold again.
Run still 2 tight ends. Really an unbalanced set coming right at you.
Northview.
So Northview wants a timeout with 3:11 left in the fourth. Dothan 50, Northview 20. Jimbo, talk to us.
All right, good deal. Well, I'm standing down here on the goal line, and I'm standing over here by former Dothan High standout and, of course, Troy standout, Doug Mims. How are we doing tonight?
Well, the school board says it all.
Yeah, he's exactly right. 50-20, and they're not going to let the throttle off. It's been a great game tonight, hasn't it?
It has. I think everything Dothan High wanted to do, they did, and but Northview's playing hard, and that's good to see.
That's exactly right. That's what I think. Into the game, they're all still playing, no question. Thanks, Doug. Hope you get that dinner later on.
That was a snap to the running back to number 4, Egerton, and
Sweep.
Yeah, and Northview did a good job of defending that play. So it brings up 2nd and goal. The ball at the 12.
2 tight ends again, just running basic play, just dive option. And Northview's doing a good job of slowing it up. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left, got 3rd.
Yeah, and I think that's what's good, guys. Both teams. Dothan wants to score. Northview doesn't want them. There's obviously, and we didn't expect any different, no giving up on either side. May have a little injury here, so may have to take a timeout for number 21. Dothan High is going to come out.
Saffold, he's hobbled out of there a couple of times tonight.
Senior running back. Josh Bigham's in there, quarterback. Of 3rd and 5 and 4th down. See what coach is going to kick it or not, or go for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we can answer that, guys.
4th and goal.
And he's
touchdown. That's number 14, Josh Biggums, from about 4 yards out. So Dothan goes up 56-20. Here's the extra point attempt. Up. And it's good. So Dothan goes up 57-20 over the Cougars of Northview with 1:43 left in the fourth. Okay, you see the t-shirt, I Bleed Red and Black, one of the Dothan High fans, and I think a lot of them wore those shirts tonight as we get ready to kick the ball off. The Tigers get ready to kick the ball off after a 4-yard TD run by Biggums to give Dothan a 57-20 lead. So Northview will take over at the 15. They have about just over a minute and a half left in the game. I was just looking back over the scores over the years. Go ahead, Jimbo.
No. I was just going to say, you see it. We're going to have an injury here. That looks a little beyond cramp. We'll see. But, well, maybe not. You know what? Well, these guys are a lot more elastic than we are, if you know what I mean. All right, back to you, Mitt.
I was just going to see if this was a most points scored by the winning team, but it's not. Dothan beat Northview in 2010, 58-14. So they're too shy of that point total. So Northview will be taking over.
Technically, I think it's 57 because the extra point was good.
Oh, right. I thought it was.
Yeah, okay. I think even the guy on the scoreboard's tired. He had to hang 87 up there tonight, guys. Yeah. Or 77.
And it's a high snap, and it's going to be almost a safety. Let's see if they call it a safety.
No, he's going to be at about the 1 yard line. Maybe the, I don't know. I got one guy holding up two, but let's see what we got here. Guys, there may be safety. Give me a safety. Oh, all right. We're going to call it that he's on the. I'll tell you what. If you had a shoe and it was more than a narrow width, that would be too much. So here we go, guys.
We're down to 1 minute left. If you get out of the end zone, that was a run by number 23. Out to the 10. So to bring up third at about 15. And we have timeout on the field. 56-20, Dothan. Northview long pass, and it's probably going to be intercepted, and it is. I think they'd have been better just to go run the clock out and not give Dothan another scoring opportunity. So Dothan will be taking over on the 35. With about 37 seconds left. Takes the ball down to about the 21. Trying to see who the ball carrier was.
Well, I believe it's number 14. Mitt. I don't believe that's who it is.
14 is Biggums.
Same play.
Biggums takes it again inside the 20. We're down to 15 seconds, and I think that's going to be the last play of the game.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be the last play of the game. So the final score is it 57-20 or 56-20?
It is 57-20. Like I said, the guy on the scoreboard, he even got tired. I think that's the most total points potentially ever scored in this matchup. You'll have to do some stat analysis on that, Mitt, but at the end of the night, it's not what you'd call a defensive battle, but it's a fine Dothan High win, no question. The Cougars never quit, but quite frankly, guys, they were just outmanned tonight, and we see the result of that.
I think you're right, Jimbo. I think it is. Looking over my stats just quickly glancing, I think those are the most points scored in any of the games between these teams. So Dothan takes a 20-16 series lead, rivalry lead by winning tonight. Any closing thoughts or comments, Coach Jimbo?
No, I just disappointed it's not a closer ball game. I just thought it'd be. I'm glad Dothan High won. They looked really good. I think they deserve to win. I don't think there's any question about that. But I think Dothan High's got a really good football team. They're improving a lot, and hopefully they'll finish up the year. Northview's got to rebound and see what happens. See what kind of year they can both have. But early in the year, a lot of things can happen between now and in week 11.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight from Grip Stadium and Wild Field, where the Dothan Tigers defeat the Northview Cougars 56-20. And on behalf of our cameraman tonight, Brandon Bryant, our sideline reporter Jimbo Lawson, and my co-announcer tonight, Coach Harry Wayne Paris. This is Mick Kirkland saying good night and thanks for watching the Scenic Sports Network.
See you.
You've been watching High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Join us again next time.